I heard you like doing movie reviews. Could you review it? That would be swell. I like movie reviews too.
Okay, Pennywise.
I watch a movie. I like the popcorn. Goes pop, 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 pop. It's really neat.
Yeah, I like the popcorn too. Yeah, the popcorn.
Yeah. So, you know what else would be really neat? Reviewing my movie.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll go review it. Say hi to Georgie for me. Well, it's safe to say I've been traumatized on Halloween.
Beep beep, audience members. Ah, that was lame. You'll pop too. Yeah, like the popcorn. That was lame too.
I just did the review. Hey guys, it's Joe. Welcome to Flicks with Joe. If you're new to my channel, enjoy this review and keep coming back for more movie reviews. But anyways, moving on to talking about today's movie,
It.
It is an original horror novel written by Stephen King. It was adapted into a TV miniseries starring Tim Curry as Pennywise back in 1990. Now it has been remade in 2017 and directed by Andy Muschietti, starring Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. And my thoughts? Well, in this film, because it is a film, because in my opinion, in about 5 to 10 years, this movie is going to be a new Halloween classic, right up there with the original Halloween from 1978. But we'll get to that. Anyways, this film is miles better than the original 1990 miniseries. No disrespect to how that one was made or how they did it. Obviously, the first half of that miniseries was really well done for back in the 90s, and really well done in general, and still holds up pretty well today. And obviously, the only reason worth watching the 1991 is Tim Curry. Come on, I mean, Tim Curry is a brilliant actor. So, and he just does Pennywise so well. But more of like the goofy, funny side of Pennywise really well. Bill Skarsgård, on the other hand, in this 2017 remake of the movie. Whoa. Bill Skarsgård is brilliant as Pennywise. He can do Pennywise all different sides. Funny, especially really scary, menacing. He knocks it out of the park as Pennywise. I mean, there were actually some moments when he may have been chasing a kid or something and showing one of the kids their fears, where I actually got scared. Because at my age, I'm not really scared of horror movies anymore. You know, they're more just like really cool and awesome to watch, you know. And as a filmmaker, I like to look at it as like, oh, this is really well crafted, really well directed, and I just love to see all the awesome story elements and the characters and the creepiness of the horror movie villain. You know, I love seeing how every aspect of the movie is, and how good it is, and how bad it is, you know, or just a mix of it, you know. That's how I look at horror movies nowadays. And with it is a very well crafted movie. The cinematography was amazing. I mean, if you don't really look at cinematography in a horror movie, prepare to notice some cinematography in this horror movie, because the cinematography is beautiful. It also adds the classic and spooky Halloween feel that you just get in the atmosphere of the town and everything. The cinematography really amps up the vibe of the creepiness around that little house and around Pennywise. You just feel like he's, you know he's there in some scenes, and the cinematography really helps knowing that he's there, and so that's how powerful it is. And the acting, whoa, I mean, the kids did a great job. All the kids. I mean, Jaden Lieberberger, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm sorry for butchering it, but yeah, he does a pretty dang good job as Bill. I loved him as the main character. I mean, I thought he was great, you know, for what he had to do, for the role he had to play as Bill. I think he did a very good job. And also that kid from Stranger Things, who played Richie in this movie. Don't know his name. I'll put it right here. So, you know, sorry I forgot his name, but he makes me want to really watch Stranger Things now, because I've also heard it's a really good show. But anyways, he also is a standout as Richie, the comic relief in this whole entire movie. He has you laughing and rolling in every single thing he says and every single scene he's in. It's just like, wow, this kid is talented, and he makes for some funny comic relief throughout this film. And also all the chemistry between all the kids is good, you know, between the girl who plays Beverly and Bill, you know, their chemistry's good. You know, Eddie and Richie, their chemistry's great. You know, all the kids have great chemistry with each other, and that is something glorious to behold in a horror movie, and a movie especially with kids as your main characters, because, you know, it's kind of iffy, you know, when you have kids as your main characters. Phantom Menace. Moving on, just using an example there. I think that they did a fantastic job carrying this movie the whole time. It was great. And as well as the bullies in this movie, Henry Bauer and his friends, even though his friends didn't really have much to do, it was mainly just Henry Bauer, the actor for Henry Bauer, did a really good job. You know, he was, I don't know, you really hated him, you know, for the majority of this movie. I mean, what a scumbag. And then at the end, he just got really psycho. No spoilers or anything, but whoa. But anyways, so the acting, cinematography, that's great. The story. Did they do the story justice from the novel? Yes, they did the story justice from the novel, from what I can tell, because I have not read the novel yet. But from what most of the people who have read the novel said, yeah, they did it pretty dang near perfect. So, you know, if you get that compliment from any It fan who's read the novel, and, you know, saying that it was fantastic from Stephen King himself, I think you can just pat yourself on the back and call it a day, because that's all you need right there, you know. A compliment from the writer himself. Hey, what's better? Yeah, this plot is basically, you know, the kids, they're, you know, Bill, Beverly, Eddie, Richie, all them. They all come together in a pretty cool way, I have to say. I think that, especially with this one character, Bill, how he gets introduced to Pennywise is a really cool way, and how he, you know, gets to talk with one of the other kids in one scene, you know, and just the little coincidences of how they all come together as one big group and called the Losers Club. I think they did that really, really well done. It was slow, but it was a good kind of slow. and you got really invested while it was being slow. And so that's what you want when a movie is slow, is you still want to be invested, and you did that really well. So the story aspect, perfect. And, you know, you got enough character development from all the kids. You know, you won't get as much as you will others, but, you know, I think it was enough for this movie and this plot. You know, every kid's fear, you get to know every kid's fears, and, you know, that means you kind of get to know more about them through their fears. And I think that was a really unique way of telling who they are as a person. You know, character development. I thought that was really unique. Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Wow, creepy guy. He encaptures that raw evilness in Pennywise so well. You know, he just wants to scare the kids and eat them. You know, he is the eater of worlds, as he says in the book and the movie. And I think Bill does a brilliant job with the evil parts and the menacing parts. And when he's supposed to be scary, he delivers it really well. He does great on every single aspect of Pennywise's character. So from the great cinematography of the classic Halloween vibe captured, the great acting from the kids and some adults, and the brilliant directing from using an abandoned house and keeping it on a lot, it was all orchestrated and came together beautifully. And I think this movie is going to be a classic in 5 to 10 years. I think it's going to be the second best horror movie since Halloween. And that's just my opinion. But anyways, guys, I'm going to give it 10 clowns out of 10 clowns.
But anyways, mates, I'll see you next weekend for the review of Full Ragnarok. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry.